So for this episode, for this video, we're gonna go over the recent episode that came out. Classroom of the Elite, Year 2, Season 4. Believe it was episode 6. So mainly in this episode, we kind of got to lay the the whole setup of this special test. So pretty much, um, it'll be a class of, well, it won't be will be like, everyone's in it. So class A, class B, class C, and class D, they're in it. And then from those classes, they could form small groups, and those small groups can form bigger groups. And what we saw today mostly was people like trying already to get their partner, their groups. Like with Ainokoji, he was approached a lot. Yeah, he was approached a lot. And then later in the episode, we found out that there's not much, but like I think there were like five special cards. Mostly they do like weird stuff. Well, not weird stuff, but they like help you in a way, but at the same time they have a penalty. So with Anokoji, we saw him. He has one of these trading cards, and you guys can read it, but even Suzune Horika walked up and was like, yeah, even with that kind of card, like, no one's gonna want to trade cards with you or whatever. So from that, we can basically assume that, I don't know, Koji got the shittiest cards. And that's how the episode ended pretty much, with like everyone like pretty much roaching around trying to backdoor. Um, I guess one thing that happened that kind of stuck out to me about the deal was that, so towards that, this Ichinose, and then the head of class A, I forgot the little girl's name, but they have a meeting, and the girl tells Ichinose the truth of like, yeah, there has been a growth in your classroom, and if you seriously don't take this as serious, there's a chance that you guys might end up in class D with Ryu. And obviously Janose doesn't want that, mostly because like she knows that if that happens, like someone from her class is gonna get expelled, and clearly like that's the last thing she wants. And then um the little girl, pretty much gives her deal a sweet deal, which was mm, at first like, I'll give you 3 people's worth of private points if you team up with me, so you can like avoid their expulsion, because she even knows, like Ichinose, she doesn't like these kind of tests where someone has to be expelled, and she doesn't want that to be in her class or whatever. So Ichinose, she kind of bargained, which kind of threw off the whole vibe, because we went in thinking Ichinose was some kind of loser, that she would already like she would crumble, like she's the kind of girl that has no backbone, whatsoever. So I thought that was that Ichinose was that kind of girl, and even the little girl with the cane thought it was. But then the whole vibe changed when she was like, okay, what's in it for me? And she kind of, like, in a way, even the little girl kind of noticed, like, yeah, she is playing. Like, she's not playing us, but, like, so, like, it is true that she doesn't want to see anyone go out, which is the truth. But I think that there's an idea that she'll only go for, like, good stuff. So, like, she could say like, "Oh, we didn't. These points are from anything bad or anything." But what Ichinose kind of indirectly told us was that she's willing to kind of do anything so her and her fellow classmates don't get expelled. And Ichinose, she was able to bargain with the leader of Group A, and she was like, "Why don't you make that 5 people's worth and I can rest easy?" And the girl in the cane was obviously taken aback for a moment because she did not expect that from Ichinose. But then she knew the game. She was like, "Okay, like for now, just send you 3 worth, and then after the whole test or whatever, I'll send you the other 2 people's worth of private points." So that's what kind of like surprised me about Genose. And then I think the episode ended, but there was another thing that colored me interest. So if you saw the episode, you know that there was like a kid had a crush on this girl. They're in the same class, and then for some reason, there was this other kid who apparently, after talking, like in the beginning, like he just showed up out of nowhere and just automatically asked her to be, you know, his partner. Well, it turns out like um the original guy was gonna do the same thing, but I guess the other guy beat him to it. And you know, his guy, he's like, "Oh, like I had a crush on this girl, and I don't think I can focus the way I need to." And we could see Ichinos and Hiro, um, Ichino, we could see Aina, Koji, and Horikita, like they're kind of trouble because they need him to be at 100%. And with this, it kind of throws a wrench in their plans. And like you could see, like in their little talks, they even talk about like, oh, maybe like we have to sacrifice him. And so I do wonder, like, are they really gonna pull the trigger on that? And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it came from Poor Victoria and Koji because we know that that's their personality. Well, another thing, so at the end of the episode, we get a moment of Ayano Koji's inner monologue, and pretty much what he deduces that this is another way, and I didn't really think about it until like he mentioned it, but this is another way, um, for Anukoji to get expelled. So with Anukoji knowing that, like, that's kind of interesting. I guess another thing, so before I end this video, because I have been talking a lot, so the one thing that colored me interest is that when Anukoji actually shows interest in someone, so for instance, in this episode, in the middle, he asked one of the people in the other car, like, "Hey, how is this guy?" And, you know, the guy that stole the kid's girl, pretty much, like, they're partners now. So Uncle asked him, like, "Hey, what's this guy's deal?" And he said nothing. He's a good guy, and, you know, they kind of brush it off. They're like, "Okay." But for me, I find it interesting because if you saw the scene, this kid, he walked up to mm, to the girl, like someone told him, "Hey, you have to approach that girl and make sure she's your partner," that kind of deal. And so I wonder if, like, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising to me, But I wonder if like someone like set him up, because even before this, like we there was never like we were never introduced to this character. Like this is a brand new character that we're learning about. Um, so yeah, that I kind of um that really colored me surprised. Like I was like, who the hell is this guy? Because I haven't seen him. You know, we were never formally introduced to him. So yeah, but overall this this specialized test should be interesting. Um, but I think I'm just gonna end it here. Obviously, I'm gonna keep you updated what happens next episode. But for now, I think it was a pretty cool episode, and I can't wait for next episode. But for now, I think I'm just gonna end it here. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.